This is Investment Tanking, your guide to the premium tanks. You are currently looking at the Rudy, which is a T-34-85, which makes a few more credits. That's the review. It's over. Nah, just joking. While Wargaming could have pulled a fast one on us and just created an identical clone of the T-34-85 at tier 6, they actually put in a few teeny tiny differences. Mostly in engine power, terrain passability and other sorts of things. It's not much, but it matters. Okay, so in usual style, I'm going to be putting up the stats on the screen, but unusually I'm going to be putting it in brackets, the normal T-34-85 stats, just so you can have a nice little comparison between the two. When there's no change, you'll see some little dashes. Rudy has 720 health points, the exact same as the T-34-85. Same signal range at 525. Same top speed, 54 km an hour, and same reverse speed at 20. The armour is also the same, with 45 on the front side and 40 on the rear of the hull, with 90 on the front, 75 on the side, and 52 on the rear of the turret. Identical to the T-34-85, which, seeing as it is one, shouldn't be a surprise. Now here's where it starts getting interesting. The gun, even though it says it is the S53 85mm, so the second to top gun on the T-34-85, it still performs like an 85 D5T-85BM, which is the top gun. Don't make me say that again. So instead of having that 126 penetration, it's got the full 144, with the same 180 damage. That's 194 in the gold round and 44 on the high explosive. High explosive is actually quite nice with 300 health points, and it can pen Type 64s reliably, so fire away guys. Wargaming wisely upped the stats of the S53 to the normal stats of the Top Gun, just because they didn't think many people would like to buy it, just as they did with the T-34-85M, which also had the S53 but unluckily had the crap stats. What's interesting is, even though they upped the stats on the damage and penetration, they left the other stats untouched, so there's a slightly faster aim time at 2.2 seconds compared to the 2.3 of the normal gun, and it only depresses to -4 degrees, whereas the normal T-34-85's Top Gun goes to -7. So all you're getting is just some extra damage and extra penetration for your S53. You also get to carry the standard 56 rounds as you do with the S53, as opposed to the 48 that the T-34-85 gets on its Top Gun. Rudy also suffers from having only the medium engine, not the top engine from the T-34-85. It has 500 horsepower instead of the 600. That gives it a 15.39 horsepower to ton ratio, which makes it a teensy bit slower in acceleration than the normal T-34-85, but this is made up for considerably by having 0.2 better hard terrain resistance and 0.3 better medium and soft terrain resistance than the normal T-34-85, so it doesn't actually make that much of a difference. The fire chance is 3% higher on the Rudy with 15%, although to be honest they're going to be hitting your fuel tanks more than your engine, so just don't worry about that. A couple more features is that the Rudy has a whole 5 meters more view range than a normal T-34-85 and a whole 4 degrees extra track-traverse. Wow. Overall, it plays almost identically to a T-34-85, just though if you're driving through a bowl of soup. It feels slightly more sluggish, although you can turn a bit more. It just feels a bit odd, but it's a very, very capable carry tank and very good in strongholds too. With vents and rammer, your Rudy is still going to slightly outpace the T-34-85 in terms of fire rate, just because it gets a 4.95 second reload thanks to the crew which comes installed with Brothers in Arms. And a dog, a cute little dog, which doesn't really do anything, but still, it goes woof. And finally, to ace this tank you need to get around 2.4k damage as I did in this game, but try not to die like I did. I usefully cut it just before that happened. But it's a very, very good tank. It earns quite a lot of credits, at least 30,000 in an average game, and that's with the premium account. It's just a very good tank. It's useful in strongholds, It's great in pubs, and even though you've missed your chance, if you ever get a chance again, you should probably get the Berlin 3. All good, reliable, slightly better tanks than their counterparts. Other than that, spare more gold and keep tanking.